Do you feel broken? I mean, seriously, think about this. In your business, do you feel like something is broken? Well, if you do, you're probably not alone. That's what we're going to be covering in today's episode of the Automation Show. Welcome back. I'm Sean, the host of the show, and I want to be talking about your marketing. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to start with this. I'm here to tell you your marketing isn't broken. It's just not connected. I'll say that again. It's not broken. It's just not connected. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I talk to small business owners throughout my day and clients and meetings and networking and all that stuff that I do and the stuff that, that all of us do. And many times they're convinced that their marketing is broken. They've tried Facebook ads, and by that, maybe they've boosted a post or two. And, they have that email list is just sitting there somewhere. And a lot of times, more often than not, they don't even know how to log in to get to it. They know their website has that opt-in on the bottom to join the newsletter, but they haven't sent anything out. Maybe they tried it a little bit and it didn't work, right? It's broken, right? That's the word we hear. Things are broken. Or maybe you're posting on Instagram or, whenever you remember to do that. Or maybe you've taken the next step and you hired someone to help you at some point, but yet nothing feels like it's actually working. Your revenue is very inconsistent. You got your high points, your low points. There's times when those leads, they go quiet. This whole thing just feels like you're shouting into a room. I'm just hoping that somebody shouts back. Can you feel me? Are you in line with this? Is this something that you resonate with? Well, I want to tell you something that most marketing people won't tell you. Because honestly, it's better for their business if you stay confused. Now, I am in the marketing field, and this is not the approach that I take, and it's not the approach that I think anyone should take, and that's why I'm recording this episode for you here today. You see, your marketing probably isn't broken. And like I said at the opening of the show, there's a connection problem there. And that's a completely different problem with a completely different solution. So what does not connected actually mean? Well, here's what I find almost every single time I sit down with a new client who has this problem. Their lead capture form sends inquiries to one email inbox. Now, their lead email lives in a completely different tool, right? Their CRM, if they even have one, has no idea what their website is doing. The social media posts go out to the world with no connection to any follow-up system whatsoever. And if you got to this point and you're like, oh no, this is me, own up to it. It's okay. We're going to work through this today. And maybe that actual follow-up process, whatever that looks like, if there is one, they managed to do that in between actual client work because things went quiet. You started to dig around and you're like, oh shoot, somebody opted in last week and I forgot to follow up. So what really happens? Let's look at this on a timeline. Someone fills out that contact form on a Tuesday afternoon. Person's ready to talk, they're excited, maybe comparing, your business to someone else, right? And they reached out to you. And this form submission lands in an inbox. Now, the business owner sees it on Wednesday morning. Keep in mind, they did this on a Tuesday afternoon. They see it the next morning. Then maybe Thursday, if things were busy, they might have seen it, right? So now we got 1, possibly 2 days before you even see it, because it's buried in your inbox. By then, that moment's passed. That ship has sailed. That boat has left the dock. We could do this all day long, right? Now, this person's already booked a call with someone else who responded within an hour. Now, if you're in a service-based business, this is absolutely crucial because if somebody is reaching out for a service, especially if it's more of an emergency service, you're a plumber, carpenter, electrician, whatever that is, they're going to go with the one that responds the soonest. Now, this business owner never even knew how close they were to that sale. They just saw the lead that went cold and assume the person wasn't serious. But the person was very serious. The reality is they just moved on. You see, the business that feels like their marketing is working has a different view of this. When I look at a business in any given industry that seems to have their act together on their marketing side, they are not necessarily doing more than their competitors. They're not spending more on ads. They don't have a bigger social following. They have a system that flows. Every step connects to the next. Someone fills out a form. They get an immediate, friendly, human-sounding response within minutes. Not from the owner personally, but from a well-written automated message that acknowledges that their inquiry has been received, sets expectations, and gives them something useful while they wait. You see, there might have been a point there where you thought, you know what, I got to sit around every single day and wait for these inquiries to come in so I can respond. No, we just have to set expectations. It comes down to communication. Now, if that owner doesn't connect with them personally within 24 hours, another message goes out. If a week passes with no connection, a gentle follow-up fires automatically. You see, the owner does not do any of this manually. It just runs. They built it once, and now it handles the first part of every client relationship, so they can focus their attention on the leads that have already decided to move forward. You see, there's 3 gaps that I see most often. But after 15 years, seems like a long time to me, after 15 years of working with small businesses on this stuff, on automation, the disconnects show up in the same 3 places every single time. The first gap is between the awareness and inquiry stage. Someone finds you, they're interested, but there's no clear next step, no obvious call to action, no easy way to raise their hand. So they browse, they think about it, and then life gets in the way and they never come back. Now, that second gap is between inquiry and follow-up. This is the one that costs the most money. Someone raises their hand, the response is slow, inconsistent, or non-existent. This is almost always a process problem, not a people problem. The business owner cares, they're just stretched thin, and there's no system to catch what falls through. And thirdly, the last gap that I see here is between the first sale and the ongoing relationship. Someone buys, the work gets done, and then nothing. No check-in, no follow-up offer, no reason to come back or refer a friend. That client drifts away, and the business has to keep hunting for new ones instead of growing the ones they already have. So these are the problems, but how do we start fixing this without losing your mind? Well, the first thing I always recommend is to write out your client journey, the current one you have on paper. Not what you wished it looked like, what actually happens right now, step by step. When someone discovers your business, where do they find you? What do they do next? What happens when they reach out? How long does it take for you to respond? And what happens after that? When you write it out, the gaps become obvious. You will see that exact moment where things fall apart or depend entirely on you remembering to do something, which we all know you're not that great at. Those are the spots to fix first. Now, you don't need to automate everything at once. Pick the highest stakes gap, which is usually the inquiry to follow-up piece, and solve that one first. Even a simple automated acknowledgement that goes out the moment someone fills out a form will improve your conversion rate. From there, you build one connected piece at a time. The goal isn't a complicated system. The goal is a reliable one. A system where nothing important falls through. Every lead gets a response, and you're not the single point of failure holding that whole thing together. That, my friend, is completely achievable. It just requires mapping it out and then building the connections between the pieces you already have. So how do you feel about that? Did any of this resonate with you? Does any of this sound familiar? Did you raise your hand, nod your head, quiver in your seat wherever you are, thinking about this, going, I'm guilty of all these or some of these, and makes complete sense, Sean. This makes complete sense. I know I need to do this. I just haven't done it. Well, today's the day. Today's the day the rubber meets the road, the excuses end, and you do this exercise and look at your business from your client's perspective. Bridge those gaps, plug those holes, build that follow-up. If you're serious about moving your business forward, this is what you need to do. Thanks for listening to this episode. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions or you want to talk about anything, you can find me in the notes. All my contact information is there, and I'd be happy to hear from you. Until we talk again in the next episode, have a great time growing your business, building that automated process.
This episode of The Automation Show is brought to you by Blue Cow Marketing. Blue Cow helps small businesses clean up messy marketing and build simple systems that actually work. Things like better customer journeys, workflows that keep your leads engaged, and fewer things slipping through the cracks. If your business feels busier than it should, Blue Cow helps you get your time back without hiring more staff. Grab a free clarity call at bluecowmarketing.ca and see what your business could feel like with better systems behind it.